Now here's my plan.
Alright, I think I got it. Let me go get water really quick. Oh no, Brie, you're tabling! No, I'm sorry. Okay, wait, I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on one sec. Alright, we're here. We did it. Oh, we did it, y'all. Okay, wait. I'm still getting kind of set up, so apologies. But hey, how are y'all doing? For those of you that are our Discord friends, you probably noticed the Discord isn't there anymore. We're gonna talk about that, but I'm also... Yes, it's my birthday! Well, not today. but this is my birthday stream. This is technically like me intending to. I intended to stream on my birthday, and now we're a bit past. Yeah, we nuked the Discord. It exploded, and I'll talk about it. But hey, hey all! Oh my gosh, it's good to see you. I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch right now, so if you see me talking to people that aren't there, I promise I'm not hallucinating. There are in fact other people. I think my camera is going to be lopsided. Hold on. This is the first time I've streamed at this house. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna... So, it might be like a little wonky, unfortunately, because we're still getting set up. I don't have streamer brain anymore either, where like chat is super overwhelming. So sorry if I kind of like, if I get silent and don't respond straight away. It's just because I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Damn, the Dutch angle. Yeah, my camera arm is putting in work right now. I want a drum stream, please and thank you. We'll get there. Hey, what guitars are those? We have a... I actually don't know. I have the... Mine is the bass. I have this blue bass with the orange strap here. I think it's a Yamaha. And then we have a Kramer. And I don't know what the other guitar is. Hold on, wait. Let me... Oh. Okay, we have a Kramer and a Jackson. But yeah, we have a bunch of shit going on in here. Apologies. This is both me and Lee's setup that we have going on right now. Tactical mode camera. Yeah, it is very tactical mode because I went with a more narrow desk setup this time, which means my monitors, some of you would be disgusted looking at this. My monitors are actually like overlapping. I need to fix some of the stuff. But yeah, holy shit. Okay. We haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? Yeah, let me catch up with y'all really quick. Okay, so the Discord. For those of you that have been a part of our community for a long time and have been in our lore Discord, everything blew up, unfortunately. So I had a friend who was helping me run it, because around the time that we made it was around the time I think that, I don't remember if it was before or after the first initial round of like Xbox mass layoffs that happened, where like everybody was impacted. But yeah, around the time that I the first gaming industry layoffs, I had to like fully depend on y'all, which like thank you so much. And we were making content and streaming every day and doing a bunch of stuff together. And I think I made the Discord around that time. But I made it with the help of my friend Leo, who was the administrator for that whole Discord. And unfortunately his Discord account got compromised. So when his account got compromised, it was weird. It like they kicked the person who got his account information, kicked a lot of people, but there were a few people left that it seems like they were also trying to do the same phishing scam and like sending those people weird links. And I really hope that nobody obviously clicked any of them or any of that stuff. Yeah, it was a crypto shell. Yeah. Obvious, like just don't click on suspicious links is the key takeaway here. But one of our other moderators, Zev, was still in the Discord, and was messaging me, and this was all happening while I was moving house. And that wasn't intentional. Like, obviously the person who, you know, the Leo situation had nothing to do, nobody knew that I was moving. But it just so happened that just the timing of it was dog shit. So Zev, one of the moderators, contacted me while I was moving and was like, what do we do? What do we do? And I was like, I literally don't, everything is in boxes. I don't have access to my computer. I don't know what to do right now. And so we both decided that just like nuking the entire Discord was the move, because then that way the a bot or the person or whatever wouldn't be able to like scrape more data or continue to fish members of the community. We felt that that was more important in the long run, was just like making sure that people's information was safe and that like y'all weren't gonna get blown the fuck up and spammed by just some random account. So we blew it up. We're gonna maybe, I think I might start a Stoat server pretty soon, and I'll let y'all know what that looks like. Yeah, we didn't lose the sacred text though. We didn't lose the sacred text. So the community had been contributing a fuck ton of information. Obviously we'd been compiling like, you know, links to shit that had been data mined, you know, like it's just everything. And thankfully Zev was able to store a lot of that stuff. And was able to like keep it, although I don't know the format in which he was able to preserve things. I don't know if it's going to be compatible with whatever we move to. Like if we move to Stoat, I don't know. Yeah, the Library of Qualandria. Yeah. So Stoat is a, for those of you that don't know, it's like another chat interface. But because Discord is getting kind of like, Discord's been getting trouble sending information to government bodies, and then also there's the whole facial scan thing, which the company that they were originally going to, I think it was like they were originally going to contract a certain company that was working with the DHS. Yeah, it was getting very, yeah, it's fully fed. And obviously we're just like a Soulsborne Discord server. It's not like anybody is like, you know, posting whatsoever, but I personally have other friends whose personal DMs and information have been scraped and leaked. And I just like don't feel comfortable on that. Oh, Stoat is not very great for encryption though, just, you know, that's good to know, Ashen One. I need to figure out like a good, I need to figure out a good situation, I don't know. When did you transform into Winona Ryder? What? Thank you so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes, y'all. Thank you. So anyway, we will work together as a community to figure out where we're gonna move to. There was a spreadsheet that Bree Bird's friend actually put together that is, that was really cool. It showed, it was like a matrix that showed all of the different Discord kind of like replacement, like alternatives, dupes, alternatives, and whether or not like they were encrypted or had utilized AI or So I need to like refer back to that and figure out what we're doing. Instagram is no longer encrypting messages, but I confirmed the other day that they're now logging everything you DM to. Okay, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna move to passenger engine. Yeah, we're gonna petition to move to Gaia online forum groups. We could. Should we just like, are we all going back on Neopets? What's up? What's the plan? I'm currently, I feel like the only social media that I'm kind of like somewhat on right now. I have my personal Instagram, which I know some of y'all follow me on there, and I'm totally okay with that. It's just not, there's not a lot of Soulsborne content on there. It's like pictures of flowers and like pictures of my dog. But yeah, internet's all bad now. Internet's all bad now. So it's actually been affecting the rest of my life in kind of like an interesting way. But Lee and I have been going back to traditional media and unsubscribing from a lot of streaming services and kind of like dialing back the way that we engage with the internet anyway, which is another reason why I've been kind of gone. There's a lot of reasons. The main reason is that, so different subjects. Sorry, my ADHD is so fucking bad, dude. No joke, every time Quaylog return kind of line up with my unemployment. No, don't say that. Yeah, I'm in my 30s getting off the internet, please. Yeah, internet is quite bad. Yeah, like I'm trying to transition from Gmail. I'm trying to transition off of like a lot of shit. Buying CDs and Blu-rays. Yeah, we got like these little MP3 players. Hold on, wait, it's actually in my desk drawer. Hold on. We got these like old school little MP3 players. Sorry, this triumphant music while I'm like, look at my MP3 player, it's great. So yeah, I'm trying to like unplug where I can and, you know, do my due diligence to not support things that put people at risk. And my community is very important to me, and so I don't want to put any of y'all at risk. So, oh wait, yeah, it's a snow sky. It's a snow sky. Echo Mini. But yeah, I love it. Welcome back to the 2000s. Yes, 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 yes. Digital camera instead of a phone. I actually want to get, so one of my friends, Steven, is like an amazing photographer, and so I feel like I'm in proximity to enough people that could kind of like reintroduce me to film again. So I need to really push myself to do that. So we're going back to MP3 players, we're going back to film, we're doing, yeah, LimeWire and Pirate Bay era. Yeah, except I have some disposable income so I can buy CDs. So that's been nice. Time to go back to my bunker and binge the X-Files again. Yeah. Have you still been going on your runs? Yeah, I do still run. I do still work out, but I kind of fell off the past few months. Wait, hey, Quaylog, last year my family's dog died and we buried him recently. My mom planted a little flower tree on his grave, so I realized she gave him an tree burial. Let's fucking go. I have Cooper, this is like so fucking grim, but I have Cooper's ashes on an ofrenda because like both me and Delia have like our family ofrendas. I need to get a statue for Bob, our rabbit, but my dad's on there, Cooper's up there, but I have his ashes in a little box and it definitely is like the spirit. It's a spirit ashes. He's my boy. But I always leave him a little bowl of water and some treats. But speaking of which, I have another boy next to me who I'll make say hi to you guys in a second. But yeah, let's get started. I have a lot more to talk to you about. I did not know. Oh, yes. Okay, so for those of you that missed what happened, yeah, several months ago, I want to say almost a year ago. It was a year ago. It was last March or last April. It was a year ago. Cooper was only 10 years old. He was not an old dog, so it really took me by surprise. But he developed something, I think the acronym is IMHA, but it is effectively like giga anemia, and it causes your immune system to attack your red blood cells, and you could get treatment for it. But Cooper had Cooper had like the acute version of IMHA. And also apologies if I have that abbreviation incorrect. Hey, Sean. But it killed him in 72 hours. That's how quickly, like from onset to when he passed, it was like almost immediate. I came home from work one day and I walked up the stairs and I opened the door and he was like wagging his tail and excited to see me, and then he fainted. And it was like, it was brutal. I was not in a good place for about a year. And I went through this period of like, I need to give myself space and time before I get a dog. That's insane. How do you even process that? I don't know if that gives you any. It was weird. I went through like, so I was working my broadcasting job. That was my previous job, and it was fully on site. I was working from like 5 a.m. to like 2 to 3 p.m. depending on how long our shows would go. And it kind of felt like, because of the long hours, sometimes it would go later. Sometimes it would be like 10 to 12 hour days. But it kind of felt like, because of the long chunks of time and me having to be on site, and then it was like an hour drive, it kind of felt like I was living out of my car. And you know, like the Mad Max guys that spray paint their face. I kind of felt like I was just really cracked out all the time. Like I was really just like, like capitalism, everybody's losing their jobs. I gotta grind. And so I was like driving 3 hours every day, just, you know, on the Fury Road. And then during the middle of that is when Cooper passed. And that's when I like fully was just like, I can't fucking do this anymore. So I went through some harrowing shit, and I think there is a part of me that's like, I need to heal and allow myself to grieve and move on. And I'll look at dogs. And so I was just like aggressively looking at dogs while I was at work to kind of cope with it. Even though I knew I wasn't going to adopt, me and my coworkers would joke about it all the time. Literally like a day after Cooper passed, I was like, I'm getting another dog. But that was the only way that I could like stave off having like a mental breakdown every day at work, if that makes sense. Those massive commutes are soul crushing. They really are. I was not in it. I honestly like don't know how I think I did have a mental breakdown. Do you know what I mean? There's just like a chunk of my life that is a little foggy and like a little gone. But regardless, I was just like, okay, fuck it. I was just kind of going crazy, and I allowed myself, I want to say like 6 months, and adopted another dog quite quickly, because I couldn't, I couldn't live without another dog, if that. It wasn't that I was trying to replace Cooper, it was that like I needed another thing to care about to distract myself from him being gone, because the silence and like the moments where he wasn't there never got better. Like I was at the 6-month stretch and I was kind of like, okay, when am I supposed to be done with this? Like when am I supposed to be done with the, you know, like wanting to you know. So I adopted another dog, and obviously like when you get a new dog right out the gate, you don't really feel attached to it, but like I still put like my whole ass into making sure that he was like being taken care of and raised, and I knew that I wasn't going to feel like our attachment was correct, if that makes sense. And so I kind of viewed it as like, this is Lee's dog. This is Lee's dog. And now him and I are, he's like attached to my leg right now. We don't leave each other's side. So it took some time, but we're there. We're there. It was weird. It was a weird time, but let me show you Mr. Man really quick. Mr. Guy, I'm gonna get you. Are you ready? Come on. Oh, so here's Ozzy. This is my boy. Oh. The Katamari soundtrack over this heartbreaking story is throwing me. I'm sorry. But this is Mr. Oz. He is the sweetest boy. He's very different from Cooper. He's very different. Cooper was a lot like me personality-wise. Like very witness me, very like very Mad Max Fury Road. Like I gotta. Cooper was on the Grillionaire grind set. You know, Cooper was about that hustle. He was very outgoing and confident, and he looks Mexican. He is. But Ozzy is like a little baby angel. Cooper was a war boy. He was. Ozzy is not that way. So he has a moment that we call his so he's baby angel mode and then evil demon mode. But evil demon mode is literally just him wanting to like play, and he'll kind of chew on your nose, or like he'll just, yeah, Cooper was like Malekith and Ozzy is like Bach. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Also, hey YouTube, I see the YouTube chat. I see y'all. But anyway, so much happened outside of Cooper passing. So I was working a broadcasting job that made it impossible to stream. We were also living in a very small living space, and the couple times that I streamed for y'all, because I streamed Silent Hill F, and we streamed a little bit in the last place, and as you could tell, it was just a living room. It was a giant living room. Do we have that picture of Cooper biting the knife? I do. I do. I don't know where I could post it on Blue Sky. But yeah, we just effectively had one big communal space at our last place, and I became a step parent, as y'all know, and don't want my stepchild on camera because I'm not the biological parent. I can't make that decision, and even if I was the biological parent, I would not want my kid online, especially right now, especially after the conversation we just had about like data scraping and identity stuff. I just like not about it. So he has made it kind of difficult to stream because when he's home with us, we don't want him in the common area or in any spaces where we're filming or recording. So it's been kind of difficult. When I was streaming full time, I used to stream before he would come home from school. And now that I work full time again, like I finally got another job that isn't like a short-term contracting gig or like an event, because I was in like event production forever. Yeah, we finally were able to move into a place where we have a space for me and Lee to make music and stream. So yeah, we also turned the closet that's in here into a vocal booth. So hopefully when I make lore videos, I can use that, and I could just do like, yeah, lots of live updates. It's been a long fucking time since I've been able to sit at this desk and yap with y'all. But I'll keep talking to you guys about life updates. I am ready to play Pokemon. So let's get going. Let's do it up. I also might need to mess with my setup a little bit. And sorry if I don't know, this is me being hyper aware of myself right now. My speech feels weird. It feels weird to be on camera again. It feels weird to be alive. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting everything back up. Night Rain lore videos. I need it. I know. We're about to do some Pokopia lore videos, I feel like, at this point. It's so good, by the way. It's so good. It's so good. They didn't need to go this hard with this game, but they did. Also, give me one moment. See if this works. Sorry, occasionally, Elgato loves to make my life difficult sometimes. Please work. There we go. It feels neutral and like it used to be. Okay, cool. Good. So what's the deal with Pokopia? Is it really all that? It is, unfortunately. I hate to say it, because I know a lot of people don't have the finances right now to be, you know, bumping into... Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna adjust all the volume. Let me know what sounds good. Test, test, test. Can you guys hear the music okay? You mean my... Wait, where's your neck? Like my Ditto's neck or my neck? I have the Dutch angle happening right now. I can't bring myself to buy a Switch 2. Exactly, yeah. Like, not a lot of people have the finances to... It's a luxury product, yes. It's really... Volume is good? Sound is good? Okay, cool. Hey Bagel, what's up? Alright, so we're starting from one end of the map. So far I have 3 maps unlocked, and they're all different biomes, for those of you that don't know how this works. It's made by the same team that did Dragon Quest Builders, so it's really quest and story driven, as opposed to it being like Minecraft, where it's super just like, you know, free reign. Also, I'm gonna open up a soda. Excuse me, sorry. How much is this Switch 2 now with the Rampocalypse? I have no fucking clue. I bought this Switch 2 on launch and put myself into a little bit of, not a lot. I paid it off. It has been paid off since then. Oh, it still says Elden Ring? Okay, hold on, let me fix that. Sometimes Twitch doesn't like to update what the fuck I'm doing. All right, let's see. Did that work? $500 with the Mario Kart bundle. Okay. I think I bought it with my tax return last year. Yeah, okay. The main thing is I don't mean to make folks feel like bummed out for not being able to afford things. That is like the worst thing, but I'm incredibly financially irresponsible. No, not incredibly. I'm not incredible. I'm not that bad. I don't gamble. I don't drink. I don't spend a lot of money. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so the way that this works is that there's different biomes, and then you have your main island that you can decorate and build out to play online with people. But we're going to be doing the storyline islands. I'll show you guys my main island. It's actually not developed whatsoever, because when you progress through the story, you get more, you get access to more furniture items and abilities and stuff. And I don't want to build out my shit only to be able to, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to build everything out and then get access to cooler stuff. So we get to watch you play it, so it's cool. Okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, we're gonna start on the far side, the far south of the first area. I'm gonna show you what I got going on. I'll show you like my new island, or my personal island, and then I'll show you some of the other locations that I've developed a little bit. The mountain area I actually did first. I know a lot of people did the beach first, but my mountain area is kind of like dog shit. Did you play Requiem? I'm in the middle of playing it. We just got to the part with Leon, like the extended Leon part, where we have to get like the detonator. Normally I would play survival horror stuff on Twitch with y'all, but Lee and I needed to, that's a me and Lee. Resident Evil is like a me and Lee game sometimes, so. Anyway, wait, I want Pokopia to have a sandbox mode so you don't have to worry about all the quests. There is a sandbox mode. Like the Pallet Town one? Anyway, let me explain what's going on here really quick. Or do you mean like a creative mode? So there's something called a habitat dex, which you unlock by like exploring and kind of putting things together. So if you like plant 4 flowers next to each other, you get access to a habitat, and the habitat has a chance of spawning different Pokemon associated with it, and some of them are commons and some of them are rares. So I've unlocked a ton, and then the green Pokeball that's next to it means that I've caught all of the Pokemon associated with that habitat, and the gray Pokeball next to it means I've caught one, but maybe there's like a few more that I need to catch associated with that one. And by catch, I mean that term loosely. You don't catch Pokemon in this game, you become friends with them. But yeah, I have a lot that I need to build out still. So I'm still working on that. But I have a couple of Pokemon that I'm very excited that I have. Also, the story in this game fucking rips. I was not expecting it to rip as hard as it does. But you wake up and all of the humans are gone. It's literally, the story is Nier Automata. The story is Nier Automata. All of the humans are gone. You wake up and you have to kind of figure out where they went. And they may have gone to the moon. Maybe. Nier Automata, literally the fucking same thing. So you're kind of investigating what happened to the humans by... I wonder if I could actually get... Can I access my... Is this the collection? Human records. So you collect human records and it'll tell you, you know, little lore tidbits. And some of it gets so devastating. It gets so fucking devastating. It's very much like there's actual grim shit. Yeah, it's like social media and the internet and AI and all of this shit is killing us. There's environmental disasters, there's meteor strikes, there is a volcano that's exploding. It is 100% Splatoon Nier. Yeah, 100%. It's very much like everything is kind of... It's got environmental storytelling, yeah. Everything is kind of falling apart. We don't know. I'm assuming... I've found so much evidence that the humans have gone to space, but I don't know if they even made it. They could have just fucking died. I don't know yet. But pretty much like... It kind of seemed like there was an advent where everything initially went to shit, and there was a scientist who developed this app that was kind of like, hey yo, fuck everything that we have going on. If you fix the environment, we'll give you points. and if you fix the environment, we'll give you like points, and this is how we should be living. And so it's like the humans try to do this for a little bit and then they have to fucking get the fuck out of there. And I don't quite know what the timeline is yet. So the humans are gone and the Pokemon are all dealing with loss and a little bit of amnesia. Like they just kind of wake up and they're like, where the fuck was I? And it kind of seems like what happened was the Pokemon were all, like collectively by all the humans, all the trainers, put their Pokemon in Pokeballs and stored them in the computers and then went to fucking space. And then somehow they started being able to break out of the computers. Also, yeah, you play as Ditto. You are a Pokemon and you dress up like your trainer. Sorry, somebody in the Twitch chat said, oh wait, I just noticed the character's expression. You play as a Ditto. Yeah. So your Ditto character broke out of like the PC that you were stored in and you remember what your trainer looks like. And so you run around and all of the computers that you interact with think that you're a human. So like, you know how in the previous Pokemon games, there's all the different routes in between the towns? It used to be that Pokemon trainers would have to scan their Pokedex to be able to like go. And you have to have a certain trainer level to like be able to progress. And that's the lore in this game, is that at this point in history, you had to scan your Pokedex. But because you look like your trainer and you have your trainer's old Pokedex, the computers think that you're a human. Wait, the Ditto is mimicking their trainer who isn't there anymore? Yeah. Yeah. It's so sad. And so all these Pokemon are very clearly kind of missing their trainers, missing the humans. Like, and so you're kind of, it's weird. The subtext of the game is very sad. And there's a lot of loss, but the main text of the game is, hey, even though shit's fucked and broken and we've lost a lot, rebuilding can be beautiful and like happy and enriching and heartwarming, and what we build now can be better than what we've lost. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on. Yokotaro 100% was involved. I can't believe it. It's like, it's the opposite takeaway, I think, from Nier, or I think from a lot of other like post-apocalyptic, like Fallout. It's a lot of, Fallout has like all these different economic factions trying to make sense of like a post-apocalyptic world, but this one is very much like it's a utopia. That's why it's Pokopia is the name. It's utopia. It's like a collectivist, you know, it's like we're in this together. We're gonna make a, it's opposite to the fatalistic perspective. Yeah. It's like, what if our economic systems encouraged us to center our environments? To center, instead of centering material gain, what if it was centered around helping others and restoring and fixing and maintaining? So the economic system in this game is like, it's the sparks joy. Hope-pilled. It's very hope-pilled for sure. It's very hope-pilled. Okay, wait, sorry. My Gastrodon is sitting here like, girl, come on. Okay, here's a question. What's Slow King's favorite thing? I actually don't know. Shiny stuff? Oh, fuck. Okay, it's strange stuff. I'm sorry. I fucked that up. But you still love me. It's okay. Also, thank you, Gnome. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a while, so you haven't missed much. You haven't missed much. But yeah, so this is the start of my town. It's not super developed. I kind of want to fix the pathing on this little house and like put some trees and bushes up. But a lot of folks have been complaining or trying to draw a parallel that like this is like Minecraft or this is like Animal Crossing. And I'd say it's a little bit of... It's got elements of a little bit of everything. Obviously the building is like Minecraft. But the progression is very Dragon Quest Builders, and I don't think a lot of people played that. It's just very... It's much more story driven than either of those games. So it's complicated. I don't know why I just watered all the plants. This stone dries it out intentionally, and I have this set over here for Onyx because he wants a dry environment. He's probably gonna complain to me about how humid it is over here. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot my shit is... I tried to make this area as dry and hot as possible because my Charizard and my Charmeleon... Or not my Charizard, my Charmeleon and my Charmander and my Onyx live over here. They like it toasty. Let's get this place humid! Yeah. Everybody else in this biome wants it humid, but those boys are like, please, we want to be parched. Here's my little farm. I got my beans. I need to make a more optimal like Minecraft type farm, an auto farm, because picking beans does take some time. The music is taking me so far back into my past. Yeah, the music, all the music in this game is phenomenal. Okay, wait, hold on one sec. Is there combat? No combat. All of the moves that you learn are for building, but the quests and the habitat forming are like the main points of the story. So, oh yeah, I have to get my sticker. Oh, I also have to do a dream island today. I have dailies. I have shit I gotta do. Y'all, we got errands. We gotta run. I'm also broke. Don't look at that. Don't look at how much money I have right now. Okay, so this is Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan's house. They're connected. I know that more Pokemon could live in here, but I just kind of like this area to just be about them because I love them very much. And then this is my crafting station. It's not complete yet because I'm harvesting these materials. And I'll explain Dream Islands in a second too. I see an Eevee. Are all the evolutions in the game as well? Yes, they are. And I'll talk about that too. So this is what I got going on. But I have, if you can see who lives here, I have a Suicune, which is my favorite mythical Pokemon. Favorite mythical Pokemon of all time. I found it randomly. It was a random encounter. And they were roommates. I love Suicune. I was the key demographic for... So I want to say I was like 6 or 7 when Red and Blue came to the States. And then I had a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Yellow. And then I remember how the very foundation of my soul was like shook when Gold and Silver came out and it was announced. I have to leave for work in a sec, but you can tell me why you don't have an island of 70 Mr. Mimes. Because I haven't found Mr. Mime yet in books. give me time. Give me time, it'll happen. But yeah, Pokemon Gold and Silver really just like fucked my whole life up. So like Jolteon was my favorite from Gen 1 when I was a kid. I was an Eevee kid, 100%, but Jolteon was my favorite evolution. And it was definitely, there's a few reasons why, like, you know when you're a kid and you're playing pretend with your friends, like say if you're playing, like we would pretend to play as the Powerpuff Girls and there's always that one girl who's like, I want to be this character. I want to be this character. And then you're kind of like the one who picks the last. And you usually, you kind of get stuck with the one that you don't really like. That was kind of what it was like. I was too indecisive and too quiet and like, I didn't want to be pushy. And if somebody already claimed something, I didn't want them to feel like they couldn't play what they wanted to play as. So I would always get stuck with like the option that nobody wanted, you know? And so nobody wanted to, none of the people that I used to like play pretend with when I was really, really little wanted to play as Jolteon. But I love Jolteon, and I kind of liked how it looked very specific and different than the other evolutions. Like, it didn't have a big fluffy tail. It was just like a bit more different. It looks more like a dog. You know? Is it a potential for every game? Oh yeah, for sure. I literally did this the last D&D one shot I tried. Yeah, I'm the same way with D&D. Usually I'll pick a character, or I'll make a character to kind of like round out the party. You know what I mean? I'm that person. I'm that person who will wait until everybody picks their stuff. Hold on one sec. Let me fix the ground that I just blew up. Oh wait, I think that's ordinary soil. Yeah. I love all the evolutions. Jolteon always looks like the mailman's coming up the steps. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I love Jolteon for that reason. Also, where's Venusaur? Venusaur lives here. That's one of the other Pokemon I'm really happy that I have, because Bulbasaur's my starter for Gen 1. But yeah, when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, there was something about exploring all of the caves and the ancient ruins in that series that felt specifically unique to that game. There hasn't been a Pokemon game that has felt that scary, or like, because I remember I would get deep in the caves and it was kind of like, oh shit, do I have enough healing items? It felt like magic to me. Yeah, it fully felt like magic. I think there were a couple of caves in Diamond and Pearl that I think were kind of like that. And in Ruby and Sapphire. But that kind of exploring, like the dungeon crawling part of it, has gone away in favor of the open world. And I would say the same for Zelda too. It's like there's kind of like an emphasis on open world games, but there was something really magical, I think, about exploring dungeons. Also, this area needs to be developed a little bit more, but here's the back alley of that main strip. And then we have like this fountain situation going on over here, which I haven't really changed much from the base of like what they give you. Squirtle lives over here though. And so does Wartortle. I don't have... Oh, I do have Blastoise. I do have Blastoise. Blastoise lives on the beach. Oh, another quiz. Let's go. Okay. Sweet flavors? Thank you, baby. There's something about a dungeon, dude. It's true! There's something about... Me and So I've had to... Me and my stepson are watching... Or watched the first season of Delicious in Dungeon together. Which is kind of a brutal show for a kid, but like he's obsessed with it, and it definitely gives that same... There's something about being deep underground where it's kind of scary and the stakes are very high that is just like super exhilarating. Also, this biome doesn't work. Or sorry, this habitat doesn't work for this biome. That's for a different thing. Ignore that. Don't look at that. I was doing some testing. I also need this candle. Exploring is in our DNA. Yeah. Yeah. But there's something about like a dungeon that's underground, or like in a cave that goes deep. It's foreboding. I don't know. Super scary. Freaky. I don't know. Hey, Izzy. The slender demure candle. Yeah. I think there's also a candle in here that I need to snag. There's a couple of habitats that require candles. He's gonna get pissed off though. Whenever you take an item from your boys' houses, they get like They get really upset. Also, don't judge me for how I fucking decorated this shit. There's certain houses that I've really put my whole like soul into, and then there's other houses where I'm just like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Here, have a space planet. Don't talk to me about don't talk to me about it. The desert monks knew the divine was in caves. I'm saying, I know, right? There's something special about caves. TLDR, what I'm trying to say is that Umbreon, my Eevee evolved into an Umbreon in a cave organically when I was a kid. I didn't know Umbreon existed. This was back before the internet was something that we had access to. This was back before there were a ton of data miners and fan communities, so we didn't fucking know what Pokemon were in the new games. You had to figure that shit out by yourself, unless you bought like the guidebook on launch. But I remember getting an Umbreon for the first time, and just like my whole life was turned around. So Jolteon and Umbreon are my faves, but I think Umbreon is really that was the formative one. That was the, you know, that was the one that really shook me to my core. Wait, can I? Okay, cool. Is that? Yeah, that's right. All right, we got a couple of houses. I'm gonna decorate these and like assign them to people later, but I just want to free these Pokemon from their whole. They have to stand around the thing they just built to call you over. I need to free them from their purgatory so they can be free. But I don't know who I want to live there just yet. I think maybe I have Vileplume. I'm thinking maybe I can do them. Oddish can live over here maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But then I'm trying to think if there's anything else in this town that I want to show you guys. Not really. This is kind of it for this one. And then we'll go over to my personal island, which isn't super developed yet, just to see if there's any new Pokemon that have spawned in, so I can say hi. Yo, an organic Umbreon is cool, so cool. That's always been one of my favorite evolutions. Yes. I think I was a big, I mean, this is not a surprise to anybody. I was a big Egyptian mythology kid, Greek mythology kid. And I think Umbreon kind of looking like Anubis a little bit, vaguely, was huge. That was huge. That tracks. Yeah. This is my underdeveloped little town. I'm still fixing the little road here, but we have an Eevee, and this Eevee gives you a quest to unlock all the other evolutions, but you need to unlock more items. I love Magby. Oh yeah, cool. This Machop, I don't know if y'all also have this Machop, for those of you that are playing this game, is so moody. Like, so, I think, like, he's feeling pretty happy now, but when I first got him, he was just so, like, low energy and not like, a personality, not a personality that I thought he would have. Alright, I don't see any new Pokemon. Usually the habitats will kind of shake if somebody new is moving in. But I think when I get this developed and settled, this is the island that you can play online with other people, I believe. And I think I want to bring Suicune over here. Because you could bring any of the other Pokemon from any of the other biomes to this island, but you can't bring them to the other biomes, if that makes sense. Machop has no energy left from all the working out he's always doing. It wasn't even like that. My Machop was just like, had really bad depression. Just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Like just really... But now it seems like he's been kind of cheering up. He's been good. But he was really, when I first met him, he was really, kind of a weenie. I love Magby. Wow. What a good baby. You got a lumpy head. I love that. I love that guy. But yeah, I don't have enough unlocked to feel like I should really be putting effort into this just yet. I'm still getting most of the transformations, and I don't want to build all these big buildings only to take them down after, you know, all the effort of doing that. And then the only other biomes that I have unlocked are, there's like this mountain volcano town, which is pretty cool. And then there's straight up just Vermilion City. I don't know what the volcano town's supposed to be. Somebody in the chat can let me know. I think, so this biome that I'm in right now is supposed to be, what's Koga, the ninja town? What's that one? Hold on, let me look it up. We gotta look it up. Because I don't remember. Pokemon. Koga is from Fuchsia. Okay, so this was Fuchsia City. Which makes sense because the buildings are fuchsia. Duh. Like some of the base buildings that you find in this biome are fuchsia. They're like pink. And then... yeah, the ninja town. Koga was the gym leader. Hey, Machete Dog, thank you so much. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about, though. So I think I kept this one fuchsia. Yeah, some of the buildings that you get have like this fuchsia. I almost want to say clay, but that's not what I'm thinking of. That's not the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, anyway. Buildings are fuchsia. Happy birthday, I love your videos. Bye, thank you so much. Oh. But I don't know what the volcano biome, I don't know what town that's supposed to be. Pewter City, maybe? Because you find Brock's clothes there. So maybe Pewter City. But it doesn't look like Pewter City, like, at all. But Vermilion City really looks like Vermilion City, and there's even, like, the SS Anne. But I'm gonna take you guys to my little volcano area. Maybe it is supposed to be Mount Moon. Is Mount Moon a volcano? I heard Peterson for a second, got jump scared. No. Cinnabar? Oh, Cinnabar, maybe. This is our party area. Yeah, this area is pretty underdeveloped. I kind of sped through it pretty quick. I reconstructed all of the mine tracks? Minecart? Am I using words? Nice. I need to assign this one too to a little family. Cool, it comes furnished too. Nice. Easy. I've never built one of the... So there's different kinds of houses in this one. There are these little prefab, like instanced houses where when you click on it, you actually go inside. And these houses are actually like pretty handy because whenever you enter them, the person who lives here will always be inside of them. And I think that when you get cities that have like, first off, there's an insane amount of Pokemon in this game, and your cities become extremely populated, and you'll get upwards of like 20 plus villagers in like a single area. It gets really, really, really chaotic. And there's a certain point where when you have so many villagers living in your village, some of them start to despawn. Like you won't be able to find them. I think it's just for performance issues. But if you really want to be able to reliably find a particular Pokemon because they have a certain ability that you need, like a construction worker or somebody that has like the cut ability, it's important to kind of keep them in one of those instanced houses so that way you could reliably find them. But if you have one of these like Minecraft houses, these ones I actually prefer to build because you don't need to do the construction work thing to be able to make them. Like I could just build this straight away. I don't need to like wait. But the prefab houses that you have to actually walk into, those ones take a day or two to build, depending on how big they are. And you can't build them any other way. So you can use honey to call them to their habitat if you lose them. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know, Burgers. I've just been keeping the important ones in the correct, in those like special houses. Nice. I fucking hate this Pokemon though. Like, I hate... What is up with the hands, man? I can't do it. We live? Hey, Atlas. Yeah, I found out after searching through the Pokedex, one of the Pokemon telling me to use honey. That's so smart. They don't really tell you a lot, which I kind of like. I like it being pretty esoteric and weird. There's a lot of secrets and stuff. Oh. I wonder if I have... Nah, that's a Digimon. Yeah, why is it dressed like Sora from Kingdom Hearts? I really just like can't... I can't hang with Cinderace, man. I can't do it. That whole... The Galar starters, I can't... Oh! Steelix, let's go! Oh wait, what is this place? Hey, you over there. Yeah, you. Any idea where we are? What? You made this home here just for me? No, that was nice of you. I'm gonna have to do something for you as well then. So each Pokemon has like different specialties and they'll do different things for you. So like this Pokemon can make paint and can break buildings that I don't want anymore. And then when you decorate your Pokemon's houses, you have to keep in mind this stuff on the right side to improve the happiness of that Pokemon. Cricket's Hot is just like, I love it. Okay. Is my Magmar in here? Magmar's house is a mess. Please don't judge. Come here. I need you to do chores for me, please. Please do chores for me. Please do this. Okay. But let me show you, I have a little museum going on right now. I could show you guys that, and then we can go and do some of the Vermilion City story for a little bit. Pokemon just do things for each other? Yeah. It's really sweet. Wait, I don't remember these folding chairs. Sorry, I have to steal all this. Don't look at me. I love the description on favorites. Metal stuff, lots of dirt. Yeah, exactly. I should have used a minecart for this, but, you know, we're out here. I really hope you guys get to see a Pokemon using a minecart because it's the funniest fucking shit. They go so fast. They go so fast, y'all. Okay, so I found this little museum area, but it's quite far from my main town. But when you put together the fossils, you actually get those fossil Pokemon. So I have a Tyrant, and this little baby with shield on. But they just live in this, like, abandoned museum together. So I put toys. I love shield on, yeah. I had one zoom by me, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy. They go real fast and they don't care about anybody. I have an Arcanine here who works this shop that nobody comes to because yet again we are like so far away from town. Nobody's coming through here, so I need to bring Arcanine back up to the front. But I don't know why. I really liked developing this area a little bit, but once I got to a certain point, I was kind of ready to move on. I love the shit out of Vermilion City, though. I think maybe the reason why I don't like this map too much is because everything is so... Like the museum portion, you could see in the lower left corner. The museum portion is that green stripe that's at the very tippy top, and then the rest of my town is really south, and there's nothing in between. So it kind of feels difficult to develop. Do you like ARPGs? Have you played Path of Exile? I haven't played Path of Exile yet, but I've heard it... I mean, like, I know it is phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure I would like it. I'm certain I would like it. I just need to get to it. Are there any real humans in the game, or did Pokemon finally revolt? I talked about it a bit earlier, but it's kind of a post-apocalyptic story, and the humans likely have fled the planet or have fully died. It's really dark and very sad, but the what I was talking about earlier is just that the main point of the game is that, like, even after destruction and loss and potentially being abandoned, you can still build things to be, like, beautiful, and it's very optimistic and very hopeful and sweet, and is kind of like, hey yo, what if post-apocalyptic life isn't bad? Haxorus in this? Yeah, the Pokemon that they picked for... Hold on, let me show you the Pokedex. They really cooked with the ones that they selected. Hold on, let me see if I can do... Where's filter? All. Okay. Because the first area has quite a bit of the first-gen Pokemon, and there's a few, like Excadrill. There's a couple of, like, newer gen ones, but then this whole area just... Wait, is this still not... I want all. Okay. There we go. So you can see the ones that I have and the ones that I'm missing. But yeah, there's a lot, and I haven't gotten really far in the game yet. But I'm excited. I mean, I'm far in the game, but I don't think I'm, like... I think I have a couple more areas left. There's a few more doors that I haven't opened. There's a Hitmontop. I haven't seen Mawile yet, but I wouldn't put it past this game. It's just been very generous, like, with the Pokemon who make appearances. I feel like it has a good variety of, like, really popular Pokemon that a lot of people love, and also just some, like, deep cuts that are very cool. How's that new Rotom, though? I love it. New Rotom is cool. He's only in this area so far, though. Who did I want to talk to? I wanted to talk to somebody, but I don't remember. I don't know. I forgot why. I forgot what else I needed to do while I was here, but that's okay. Oh wait, maybe... Can I go this way? Oh, I think this door is still closed to me, yeah, it is. There are some, like... Somebody said the Braille puzzle and Emerald and Ruby was sick. There is a puzzle... Oh wait, no! I do remember what I was gonna do. Sorry, I need to talk to Tangrowth really quick. There's a puzzle in this one. I don't know if you've seen it yet. But there are these like ancient ruins that I'm collecting and you have to build something out of them. So I've just been kind of like placing them. Give me one sec. I saw that Drifloon is in the game. Poor guy doesn't have any more children to drag to the underworld. Oh my god, okay, so Puff, that's actually a part of his storyline. He says that, he's sad that he can't get energy from kids anymore. And so what he does is, like, he'll carry you to like, abandoned islands. And that's the way that he gets his energy. And you have to find him plushies. And then when you click on the plushies, he'll, like, come abduct you. To the underworld. They're called Dream Islands, but yeah. Yeah, he became the Dodo Brothers airplane. 100%. I like the idea of the Dream Islands better than the islands in Animal Crossing, because the islands in Animal Crossing, it's like, okay, we're gonna drop you off on this island and you're gonna deforest the shit out of it and steal all the shit and, like, come back to us. But this one, they take you to Dream Islands, and typically what you do is you deconstruct, like, old buildings that are abandoned. So it's kind of like you're... It feels like way less invasive. I don't know. But here, I'll have Drifloon take me to a Dream Island really quick. Ooh, shit. We can get our boy. I haven't found the Dragonite plushie yet, though. I have the Arcanine one. And the Pikachu one. Well, hold up. Let me put my items. Ooh, shit. You know what? You know what I want to do first? I want to actually go to Vermilion City really quick. It's more archaeology and less resource harvesting. Yeah, or like, not even just archaeology, but like, what is it? What's the word? Refurbishing. Breaking down old things to make new things. Also, when you hit A on your controller, you can make Ditto jump during the loading screens. So, there's that. Restoration. No, because you're not really restoring anything. You're breaking it apart and stealing it. But yeah, we'll have Drifloon come spirit us away in just a moment, but I want to make sure that I have enough room in my inventory. They were this close to remaking the Google Chrome T-Rex game in this loading screen. It's true. It's true. I love this map very much. We're currently refurbishing this one. They really set you up. The layout for this one goes crazy. I haven't done a whole lot yet, so you guys can kind of see what the game devs give you to work with. And I'll explain it a little bit. But I can see myself restoring this entire map. Because it's just done so well. And I love how dense it is. But we have one building that I've restored, so that's cool. Nice. This was part of a side mission because Makuhita wanted to build this. So let me see. I actually don't know where I have Makuhita living right now. It's very likely that he's just living in his original habitat, which I don't remember where I... Oh, you know what? I think I got him back here somewhere. Yeah, okay. We're gonna make him move into this little house that he built. Can you rebuild the gym? I don't know. I haven't seen... I'm assuming there's a building in here that is the gym, but I'm not quite sure. Yo, being with you makes everything more fun. Okay, do you want to move in here? Yo, I can live in here? You sure can, yo. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll put one more house there. But this town is really cool. I like it. There's like this Meowth that lives in this little store. I haven't finished restoring it though. So we need to get him some roof pieces and work on some stuff. There's me. There's me and my Suicune whiling out. I have a soft spot for Meowth. Me too. Me too. And then I built these little sandcastles that Pokemon live in. So that's Piplup, Torchic, and I think I might put Gloom in here just so that way I have some of my utility Pokemon. That way they'll have their houses. Then there's this restaurant that we're working on rebuilding. It's not done yet though. There's a Farfetch who lives over here, but he'll go inside of here and like cook randomly. So I kind of want to make him the head chef at that restaurant. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. And then you can see the SS Anne off in the distance over here. Here's more of the buildings that aren't finished. I don't have access to that roof tiling yet though. I can make stone roofing. So here, let me show you what I can do. I can make these kinds of blocks, but I can make this light blue or this dark blue. So I'm just kind of waiting until I can get that terracotta tile look before I start putting the roofs on everything. And then this is the building where I'm not quite sure what this is. This isn't the Pokemon Center. So this might be the gym. This might be Lieutenant Surge's gym. I'm assuming. That's what this stage is. I think. So I'll probably try to rebuild this gym or whatever this is at some point too. But I don't know. And then there's the boat, but I think I need to be able to transform. I mean, I could build a dock that goes all the way out there. It would just take so much wood to do that. I think that's what I'm supposed to do though. Wait, I can see where everything kind of connects. Oops, I almost walked into the ocean. Ooh. Yeah, so there's like a part of the bridge. You can kind of see where it wants you to build out to. But I know I've seen, obviously, spoilers because of the marketing for this game, but I know you can turn into a Lapras at some point. I just don't know when. I don't know when. Also, hey! Hey, y'all. Hey, McFrenzy. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for the raid. We're streaming for the first time in a long time and we're doing some Pokopia. I'm just showing everybody what I have going on and we're probably gonna continue restoring Vermilion City. I also met this man, but I don't know how to wake him up yet. I'm assuming I need the Poke Flute, but I don't know. I don't know. And then I also found... Oh, yeah. I have this lighthouse going on. Oh, wait. I think I heard... Oh, there he is. There's Lugia. The Ho-Oh and Lugia will randomly spawn. It's like every couple hours, it feels like. And they'll drop a feather for you. Hold up. You have to wait to see where it drops. Give it to me. Yeah, Rob, there was an apocalypse. There's hints at it. We talked about this earlier, but this game has like hella lore. But there's a few different codexes that I've found with different reasons for why the humans needed to leave. And one of them was saying that there was like meteor showers. One of them was saying that it was volcanic eruption. There's just like environmental instability. There's a lot of stuff that happened. The lore, yeah, the lore goes hard. Okay, so it looks like we got a Pokemon who moved in over here, and then we got one back in town too. Oh my gosh, we got a... not Empoleon. Brinplup. Alright, what can you do? Water, trade, cleanliness. Okay, cool. I'll come back and build this man a house. But in the meantime, we have to go say hello to some of the other people that just moved in too, or Pokemon that just moved in. Who's it gonna be? Oh my god! We got the milk chocolate Wooper. Nice to meet you. Isn't this place nice and humid? You like spots like this too? Then we should hang out for a while. Oh, but be careful right here. I was just chilling there earlier, so it might be a tiny slimy and make your skin tingle. I love him so much. I love him so much. It's kind of Splatoon too. Yeah, it is. It is. It is very Splatoon. He's probably gonna drop... So he has the ability Litter, which is an ability where they'll drop like materials for crafting. So like my Spinnerack and my Wooloo live together and they drop thread and fluff. I love you so much, you sweet baby. Is this their house? Yeah, so like every time you go into their house it's just full of shit. So I get twine and fluff from their house. And then I'm assuming that Wooper is going to be dropping me like squishy clay or something. So we'll see what we get from Wooper. Yeah, Alex. I mean, we've already seen lots of folks you know, passed from climate change just because of how the way that it, oh wait, oh, in the marsh, a fishing spot, okay. How, we see a lot of like elderly people or people with like, health issues dealing with like heat spikes and how that causes mortality rates too. It's brutal. It's brutal. Okay. So we got a couple more Pokemon. There's a lot of habitats I haven't made in this zone yet, so I could get started on some of those, but I'm gonna go run to the bathroom and grab a snack really quick. So give me 1 sec. Alright, we're back. I need to get my Steam Deck, or sorry, Stream Deck. My Stream Deck set up so that way my transitions aren't as clicky. But I'm really excited to see that this stream has been going well in terms of like stability, because sometimes I don't know what it is about Elgato capture cards. I've had huge issues with them capturing stuff from the Nintendo Switch. Like usually there's audio issues, or sometimes like the video won't go through, but it seems like with my Switch 2 it's way more stable and like consistent, which is good because it means that we can stream the Duskbloods when that comes out. So just saying. Don't say it out loud. The Elgato will hear you and crash. It's true. Okay. So I have a few Yeah, what's up? Oh, Tarnished Blake, I'm sorry. I'm sorry things aren't going too hot. But just know that, like, when you're down, there's always going to be an upswing, and it will happen when you're ready. And it will happen. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's like one of the relics that I got earlier. I've been feeling the same way too, not so much in terms of substances, but there's like other forms of just kind of like self-care that I feel like I've been neglecting. And I'm starting to feel like I'm finally on the upswing. It just took a really long time to feel like I could get back on it, and I needed to be kind with myself like during that period. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you don't want to get to a place where you like explain away everything and make excuses and like continue, but while you're kind of like in the trenches, just like allow yourself to have a minute before you really like get back up in like a kind of like an earnest way, if that makes sense. Substance abuse is rough because it can create a negative feedback loop. It can. Like, that is like kind of what I mean too. And this goes for like anything that causes negative feedback loops. It can be about substance abuse. It can be about internet addiction, like phone addiction. It could be about, you know, just depressive episodes where you can't get out of bed. There's definitely like the things that feel reinforcing in the moment and kind of help us cope with our stress. And we just need to be able to like be there for ourselves when we're going through it, and be there for ourselves like when we're coming out of it. And I think that when you're going through it, it's really hard to show up for yourself in a very real way, because you could just kind of like blame yourself and beat yourself up, and you're not actually like showing up, if that makes sense. You just like harbor the guilt and the resentment towards yourself. Wait, what did Little Church do? I can't see my alerts. I need you guys to be my eyes. Also, I hope all of y'all have been well. I've definitely like missed... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kills. I've definitely missed everybody immensely, and it... Oh wait, here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to organize and my brain isn't working. I miss y'all a lot, and I'm sorry I haven't been around too much. I've also... It's weird. I don't know. I'm sure most of y'all feel this way too. Life feels like too much right now. But not... It's like not exclusively in bad ways. It's like the good and the bad are happening too much in tandem, and it makes it feel really like... It makes everything feel really, really volatile. So then when the really good moments happen, you can't like appreciate them in some ways. Or you feel a little disconnected at the same time. Not too present, but keeping an eye on the YouTube chat. Missed you, Spider Lady. Yes, I missed you too, Shrimp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I still am lamenting about the Discord falling apart. And I know that a lot of y'all use that to kind of like chill and like, I mean, I would lurk the shit out of the pets and plants thread that we had going on in there. But I'm really sorry that that like line of communication isn't open right now, and I really want to remedy that as soon as I can. I miss working on my plans with these streams in the background. Hope the job situation has improved for you. It has. It has. Oh, sorry, Trooper. Sorry, everybody, if I'm struggling keeping up with like the Twitch and the YouTube chat. I think the scammer banned me, so my last message was fuck a second. Yeah. No, but Lamppost, we also just like, I had Zev just kick everyone. Some Giga Chads in the community managed to archive lore stuff, I think. Yes, they did. They did. So it's not like all lost, but I do feel extremely bad. All right, we have to go do our Drifloon situation, but I want to just plant some palm trees and stuff really quick. Oh, did your Discord get hacked? Yeah, so I was not the administrator for the Discord, unfortunately. And my friend who was helping me maintain it and moderate it, unfortunately got compromised, so we had to turn it off. We had to blow it up to protect everybody. It's super sad, but not to speak for everyone, of course. I feel super optimistic about this community, the sense of solidarity, and the prospect of regrouping in the future, whenever that may be. Yeah, me too. I feel like... So, I was talking to Zev about this, who was the moderator who helped scrape everything for us, and was the one who was really, like, helping me navigate everything. He was, like, really worried. Like... Just because the nature of the community is quite rare, like, it's difficult to find safe places on the internet, and especially like gaming spaces that don't feel a certain way. And so I think he was kind of like mourning the loss of a community that, you know, he felt very like happy with, and he knew that like people would be losing quite a bit, like missing out on it, which I'm really thankful for, that like y'all made it what it was. But at the same time, you know, if you've... Oh, I didn't mean to plant that down there. If you've been on the internet for a while, you know that like so many internet communities are not permanent, and like so many platforms are not permanent. And we were already discussing leaving Discord even before everything happened. Like, we were already fishing around for other alternatives. So it's just kind of like It's the same situation as having to move off of Facebook or MySpace or, you know, it is what it is. I forgot who I was talking to about this. To quote Sekiro, immortality causes stagnation. Yeah, I feel like wherever community exists, whether it is in a religious space or a community space or a technological space, there's always going to be larger powers that be that will benefit and like profit off of controlling those systems. And so I feel like it is just natural at this point to jump from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. It's the same with like language. And like, I've just been kind of thinking about, just thinking about all of it. Thinking about all of it lately. Like, most religions were like early conversations about class consciousness or like slavery. And then those got co-opted by like imperial people. So it's like the antithesis of what it was, the original message was contemplating. Or like there's just community spaces that benefit people, and I think that it is just beneficial for people that want to control community and people to inject themselves into it. And so then we're seeing that with online software and apps now, because that was our sense of community, right? It's just annoying. Okay, anyway. Ramble over. I read some book called The Elite Capture, and it has exactly this point. The elites always find things that started off as progressive structures and find ways to turn that into a means of control. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's a tale as old as time. It usually happens at the center of like the arts and music and spirituality, because that is people's sense of purpose. And so being able to inject whatever ideology or product that you want into people's sense of being is profitable, you know? I was talking about it on Blue Sky not that long ago, but like seeing 4chan and Poll being mentioned in the files, and like how all of this ideology that we see all over the place with like Gamergate and all of that. I mean, we all knew, because Steve Bannon was like very outwardly, you know, we all knew, but I don't think I knew like to the extent until the files came out. And I think that yeah, just there's a lot. The domino started with something awful, banning anime. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't think it was necessarily something awful banning anime. I do think that was you know, the Poll guys origin, you know, his Batman villain origin story. But I think that the powers that be that were invested in controlling that social community would have tried to inject themselves in any they would have found like something else to inject themselves in, if that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know it was quite that direct, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't think it was that blatantly... Yeah, I thought that it was a bunch of smaller, you know, like, organic movements. I thought that there was a lot more, like, organically grown, you know, seeds of fascism, I guess. But then it was like, oh no, it really was as blatant as, like, we all... I don't know. Grass-fed fascism, yeah. Organic, non-GMO fascism. You just remembered religion having, or mentioned religion having roots in class consciousness, so I was wondering where you learned this. It sounds really interesting, and I was wondering where I could learn about it. It's not really like something that I learned. It's something that I would say Umberto Eco, and like when we were talking about the name of the rose, I think that helped me reach that conclusion. But for me, it was I grew up Catholic and Christian, Germanic Christian, and in Abrahamic religions, a lot of it centered around conversations regarding an early understanding of slavery and who was allowed to be enslaved and who was allowed to be free. And if you divorce mysticism and heaven and hell and the spiritual part of it from what people were trying to teach and learn back then, a lot of it was an early understanding of like community, how to be good when there's a lot of bad happening around you, and how to make sense of who deserves to be taking on labor and who owns what. And that is like, obviously, and then there's like early moral codes, right? Because like there was a weird understanding of what human life meant. Like, yeah, Jesus literally destroyed a marketplace. Yeah. Yeah, like most of what Jesus initially was, like, his stories were highlighting were you know, a lack of ownership and working class, because he was a carpenter, like he's like a working class person. Yeah, creating a moral outline for how to be a person, especially when materials might be scarce. Exactly, yes. That is, like, it's not even subtle. Yeah, that is the core of the religion. But then you see how it has been taken, and then, like, so it wasn't Constantine who started it. A lot of people say that it was Paul who kind of started this, like, transition from it being about these kind of, like, base level moral conversations, like early moral conversations, and how it transitioned into the imperialist, like, insane, like, colonialist, genocidal movement that it became, and how it became paired with fascism when the core message was, like, at its core, like, early conversations around community and, like, showing up for people that don't have a lot. Because Paul really wanted Christianity to be more Roman because he himself was Roman. Yeah. Yeah. But Constantine eventually adopted it, and that was when, like, the Roman Empire really was, like, popping off on all the Christianity shit. Anyway, Umberto Eco, the name of the rose thing centered around the conversation and, like, the debate that the, like, people around Italy and Spain and other parts of Europe were having around, like, Jesus owning property and whether or not he owned property and what that means for you know, the church, which was becoming incredibly wealthy, and the people who were wealthy within the church, what it meant for them, because they needed to justify for their way of living that Jesus did own property, and that the core message was not about giving up everything that you had like the Franciscans believed. So it started all these like internal debates, and then eventually war and like people killing each other. I think it's because the powers that be use religion as a tool to get things they wanted, yes, or justifications for what they wanted, yes, exactly. And like there's a couple of different ways that you can do that by like controlling the narrative and controlling your population. And one of them is like you kill off media literacy and access to education, you change the message of the thing, and then you spread it, and then it becomes like the narrative fabric of reality for a lot of people. And the Name of the Rose centers around like scribes for the church who are rewriting scripture, and it really centers around this conflict internally that the church had about who deserves access to education, who deserves access to certain books, what kind of books the monks were allowed to read and which ones they weren't allowed to read. And a lot of the stuff that they hid away from other members within the church and also from the general public was ideas from the Middle East and like other religions and other ideologies. It was like super important to like hide those. It was almost like treating information like quarantine, kind of. So there's a lot, and I think now I appreciate the Name of the Rose a lot more than I did like 2 years ago, because I think I kind of understood what he was getting at. I understood like, oh, okay, yeah, like the church manipulated this ideology to control population, when at its core this ideology is about community and love and humor, but it transitioned away from that. But I didn't catch that like obviously Umberto Eco's whole political and like academic career was around the spread of fascism in Italy, and how the control of information influenced the spread of fascism, but then its relationship with the church became like a whole point of his thesis. And kind of like, oh yeah, it's like within fascism's like almost blueprint to and co-opt itself and like inject itself through the upper class into whatever is like the most popular communal ideology at the time. Early Christianity's... Sorry, hold on, my mouth's full. Okay, wait. Early Christianities were very diverse in thought and practice, but with the Council of... sorry if I mispronounce this church, please fix my pronunciation. Is it with a hard... Is it Nicaea? Is it Nicaea? No, it's Nicaea, right? Christianity takes on anti-pluralist and hegemonic position within the Byzantine Empire. Even back then, this authority over faith is directed to imperial goals. Yeah, I'd also argue that Augustine of Hippo's writings changed the way the church was being formed to be more severe and less tolerant. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's interesting to see like the establishment, evolution, and then like the exchange of hands that it... Yeah, it like... Nicaea. There we go. Yeah, that is right. I love when the stream goes full PBS. Yeah, we've like fully... I forgot what I was doing. Okay, wait, we have to go get abducted by Ditto. That's what we needed to do. Hold on, wait, y'all, I'm not done. I wanted to put these planets in somebody's house, but I don't even remember whose house I was gonna put them in. I just jacked all these from the Space Museum. I don't even know what I was gonna do. Do I have a table? I might have to build one. God, I miss these random deep dives. Yeah, definitely seconding that comment on Augustine. Yeah, it's like super fascinating to see just how many folks it bounced between to end up as like intolerant and shitty as it did, and how there were so many because then I went through like whole revisions again, and like there were people advocating the whole time for the more, you know, progressive iterations of, you know, community and what the Bible stood for, and then I don't know, shit got crazy. Sorry, I'm putting this thing here because I'm pretty sure that if we light that, it might be a habitat. I don't know. I don't know if this is the right biome for that one. That one might be totally wrong. Where's my torchic? Come here. I need your help. Thank you, Quailug. I still have a lot to learn. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway, or the best way that you can approach religious ideology, whether that's like Buddhism or Christianity or Islam, is you look at what was happening during the time period. You learn as much about the cultural history and who was controlling what and what politics looked like and the struggles that people had. And you don't look at the mysticism side of things. Avoid the mysticism side of things. Like, you can look at it from the lens of this is good, this is bad, do this, don't do this, but don't look at like any of the mysticism, like divorce it from those elements, just so that way you can understand as much as you possibly can about what was happening with humans during that time. I think that's also like a huge, like, for example, when I looked at Buddhism and we look at this whole philosophy or idea of like the self or social communal aspects of the self being somewhat of an illusion, doesn't mean that we ourselves are an illusion or that our consciousness is an illusion, but rather how we frame or categorize ourselves within the subtext of everything is an illusion because of like linguistic paradigms that we have. So like, you know, there was like a caste system in India where you're born into what you're doing for the rest of your life. And for somebody to have the courage at that point in history to say, hey, what I'm born into doesn't define what I want to do and who I am, that is like, that makes sense. It makes sense that these ideas were being talked about during a period where there was kind of like a streamlined societal idea of purpose. And there was a lot going on. So it kind of makes sense that there's, yeah. You should have it's more of like a historical conversation and less of like a spiritual religious one, but most of the time it's like we find that what breeds spirituality or religion has a lot to do with labor and our sense of purpose and like material well-being and like how materials are distributed to everybody and like who deserves them, who doesn't. Remember reading History and Religion, remember this old maxim, who benefits from this narrative? Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is my favorite topic. The narrative about the self and consciousness in Hinduism was conflated with the caste system to turn it into just don't worry about changing things, focus on being okay with the way things are, and Buddhism in some ways emerged as a counter narrative to that. Yes. Yeah. And I wouldn't say that that's like fully all that it is, but I do think that that is like an element of it. And I think that we in the West can learn a lot from that too, like, because we see it within our own politics of the way that we verbally categorize things. So you can say somebody, you know, somebody can run around and be like, I'm a Democrat, or like, I'm progressive, or I'm a Republican. and they can run on these platforms, but then their actions when they're in office may not reflect any of the categories that they fall under, because what they do in office is ultimately what defines like who they are and like what their policies are. But because language serves as like a form of convenience for us, sometimes we won't actually like look at the details. We'll just look at the big label that's on it, and we won't follow through with the behavior, oftentimes because we don't have the fucking bandwidth to. And I think that's another part of like when we were talking about limiting access to education, I think also exhausting the fuck out of your general population can also kind of like help benefit the powers that be, you know? Religion definitely orbits around the flows of labor and libido, 100%, 100%. Reading a lot of Joe Sabrino this Lent season, and yeah, Quillag, I agree. Anytime religion just ignores the material reality for the abstract, something's up, 100%, yeah. And declining attention spans. Although, I'm finding too, it's really interesting. Obviously, like the whole iPad baby attention span, like immediate response. John Sabrino. I need to read it. I need to get on it. Yeah, discourse is used to shape policy. By material analysis is helpful in understanding the outcomes in the situation. Also, we did it. We made the spooky study. It's like in the middle of this fucking hole, but you know what? That's okay. We'll put it inside of like a fancy building later, but for now it's gonna be outside. I'm not sure how much of the declining attention span is an issue with attentions and spans per se being oversaturated with attention grabbing things. Yeah, Among Us, I think that there is like a degree of exercise that younger generations have to do with like allowing themselves to be bored. But I think that there's been so many new studies with tablets and phones where they're finding that most people struggle with, you know, phone addiction, not because of like the serotonin or like the dopamine or like the immediate ooh response, but more because of cortisol management, and that we're looking at our phones constantly because we're stressed out and not necessarily because we're you know, seeking entertainment. And as soon as I heard that, like, because I saw it was a it was a new research study that came out of, I want to say it was a university in Southern California. I could be totally fucking wrong, but I remember there was a new study that said that it was linked more to cortisol. And as soon as I fucking read that, that made more sense to me. Like that clicked, that really resonated with me, because I think you keep seeing all this like serotonin detox, like just try not to look at your screen for a week and then your brain will go back to normal. And like that does help, but it isn't getting rid of what is actually at the center of addiction, I think. And most of the things that are at the center of addiction are stress management. Yeah, it's not dopamine seeking, but rather relief seeking. Yeah. There's a really good book by Patrick Plessa called The Subjectivity and Neo-Nihilism, and he talks about how people are flooded with information that is difficult to cope with since the inception of the internet. Yeah, I would say also too, our material conditions have gotten extremely worse, and I can definitely, you know, like there's that old saying like money doesn't buy happiness, but like for a lot of folks in our generation, like it sure as fuck does. It sure as fuck does. It sure as fuck helps, because we're all in like crippling debt or like struggling with, you know, whatever. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. Let's get abducted by Drifloon, please. But yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, the sheer amount of information out there is overwhelming, especially when it comes to distinguishing what is real and what isn't. Yeah, I know that was the Bannon, like you guys were talking about the Bannon's like goal with flooding the zone with shit, so that way you can't tell what's real and what's not. And then there, as we saw with like the files, there's also the sorry, I'm trying to find a plushie. I forgot where I put. I think there's actually 2 plushies in this other area that I went to earlier. Drifloon likes to hang out by the plushies. So let's go do that. But yeah, there's flooding the zone with shit, but there's also like conflating what a lot of their strategies were with like QAnon and conspiracy theories. So that way you were effectively telling the truth and like ratting on yourself, but making it so unbelievable and outrageous and assigning it to different parties that it became like anyone who believed it was like labeled a conspiracy theorist, and obviously it was so ridiculous. All roads lead to Metal Gear Solid 2. Yeah. It's true. Because none of those, like, looking back on everything, none of those conspiracy theories were correct because they were blaming the wrong people, or they had like certain major facts incorrect. So then it's like, okay, well, whoever believes this is fucking stupid. But then when you actually see like what was going on, it's like, oh no, what was happening was true. It was the details that were incorrect. So it's it's fucked up. Raiden, put down the controller, yeah. The correlation only dies out well beyond the point where your income is sufficient to meet your needs, and that point is where the correlation dies out can possibly be thought of as the point where you're want. Oh wait, did I miss something really good? Actually, higher income is associated with happiness up to a certain point. Yeah. The correlation only dies out well beyond the point where your income is sufficient to meet your needs, and that point is where a correlation dies out can possibly be thought of as the point where your wants are met. Yes. I think also too, like, there is definitely, like, this conversation is being had all over the internet right now about, like, what happens to your brain when you have too much money or an excess amount of money. I definitely, like, there's definitely, like, a nihilistic psychosis that comes from being exposed to a schedule of reinforcement. So sorry, let me like scale back like how I'm talking, because this is very behaviorist like modeling, but the way that you make money, if it's constant, and like the way that your metrics of success are, if it's constantly a certain way, it's very easy for your worldview to then become that way. So if you're constantly exposed to labor exploitation and environmental degradation, being married to success, there's going to be this kind of like existential nihilism that comes along with that. And I definitely think that like those people that are really good at existing in that environment and under that paradigm don't really understand, or maybe they do understand, like, I don't know, there's a lot, because I obviously like don't know the fucking pathology around like every single billionaire out there, and everybody I'm sure has different motivations and different reasons for getting to the point that they're at. But you have to be, I think, pretty asocial and not somebody who's necessarily socially reinforced to exist in that way. And I don't think that community is necessarily like an important aspect for those people in the way that community is for lower income people. Like, community for lower income people, it is about taking care of others when it is an inconvenience to you, and oftentimes what comes with that is, you know, a family member relapsing, or navigating, you know, debt, navigating, having to be conscious about when you are a burden to your family members or when you're a burden to your community. It's navigating so many complex push and pull, like, what am I, you know, it's very life and death. It's very difficult. And then, you know, you have these people where excess spending is a status, and having certain things is a status, and being a part of certain groups is a status, and it's less about all of these other factors, or if there are those factors, you can just pay for treatment or like pay your way out of those situations. So you don't really have to consider them. They're not life or death. It's like less of a burden, maybe. Hey Ditto, did you need me? I want to go to Dream Island. Yeah, let's go. So it's like your the way that you just like navigate and move through the world is just very different. And so therefore your money, because money is just conditioning. It conditions us to put in work. It rewards us for our work. That is our condition, is to work, we get money. Look at Drifloon. And so to spend money, like, what does that mean for somebody who's upper class and somebody who's lower class? And then how do you get money? Do you get it through exploiting other people? What does that look like? There's a lot of really interesting, like, behavioral feedback loops happening. And I think that when you get to a certain amount of money and you get to a certain place, I think that like you kind of end up becoming a nihilistic person, because that is your entire lived experience. Also, yeah, GOTE, yeah, there will be bots. If not on YouTube, on Twitch, definitely. I noticed this in Native communities in my country too, especially with those who have migrated to bigger cities. Wait, what did... Black communities are incredible for their community organizing. Yeah, there's a lot of really amazing communities throughout America that have just like, despite all odds, they persist, you know? Ooh, you got a fossil. Good. Oh, but I think I need Tyranitar's tail. I think that's what I'm missing. But now I can get another Tyranitar, I guess, somewhere. Maybe for my personal island. I don't know. We'll see. So, sorry, let me explain what I'm doing really quick. We're on a dream island, and these are the islands that they're procedurally generated, and they just have like random materials. Right now there's a spring event going on right now, so there's these cotton spores, and you can trade them in for a special seasonal spring item, which is really exciting because it means, at least I'm hoping that we're gonna get more seasonal events and like special seasonal Pokemon. But there's also sometimes structures and like houses that are abandoned, and you can farm them for materials to like build new houses. So I'm hoping that we run into one of those. I haven't completed a full big boy fossil. Same, I'm missing like one or two pieces. Yeah, here we go. Oh shit, I forgot to eat food. Oh no. You know what, we can come back though. We can come back. Usually you want to have eaten something to power up your rock smash, because that's how you can find some of the like mythical or legendary Pokemon. Like I found Suicune buried, like fully buried. underneath like the interior of the island. I don't know. The modern suburb destroyed community you can still find it in older parts of cities, though a lot of North American cities have lost this. Yeah, I would say too that a lot of like the gentrification caused by major tech companies have hollowed out a lot of communities too. But the younger generation is still trying, but it's just not as convenient because, you know, you'll have a lot of pop-ups pop up, like the Seattle area, for example. There are a lot of like queer coffee shops or like, you know, like family businesses of particular cultures that will pop up, but they're not in one collective area. And there used to be like Capitol Hill and a couple of other places, but and like the International District, but they've kind of gotten displaced. Like there's not as many businesses in one collective area, and so all of the businesses will move more inland or will move to different areas, but they're all scattered. So it's not just like a singular city block of all, you know, various people that can come together as a community. It's like there's one guy over here and there's one guy over here and there's one guy over here, and it's difficult for them to organize. Our organization is implementing a new plan in hopes of overcoming our past mistakes. See below for details. This plan will require the cooperation of our entire organization, not just select departments. So we ask that all members read on and make this their top priority. Oh wait, hold on, let me see if I could use the... Sorry, there's mouse controls, but it's kind of tricky when I'm sitting at my computer. Okay. Yeah, solidarity and collective action is key. It's true. It's true. It's beneficial to like separate people. For sure. Okay, so per what I was saying before, dream addresses allow you to, or not dream addresses, dream island, sorry, I'm still in Animal Crossing brain, allow you to steal shit for your island. So I'm gonna bring back some of this stuff. These utility poles are really important too, so if you see them, hold on to them. Because once you get electric Pokemon, or you set up like renewable energy infrastructure, you can get access to electricity. Yoink! Hey! Oh my god, that's so cute! Wait, I haven't seen the Gengar party box yet. I have the balloon items though, so that could be one. Yoink! Oh yeah, so here's a house. Which means I can break this bad boy apart and build another in Vermilion City. This also looks like a Vermilion City house. They're called like orange cottages. So we're gonna break this bad boy. I also, any of y'all that are also playing this, have you guys gotten any different trees from the Dream Islands? Because I only see the 2 fruits that I have. I have one, I finally got like a 3rd fruit, but I don't know how I got it. I've highly underestimated all the systems in this game. I wish mainline games had this much effort. I know, right? It's crazy because Game Freak was a part of this, though. I know it was the Dragon Quest Builders team, and then they assisted Game Freak? Or is it Game Freak that just, like, provided the Pokemon assets? Like, was it... How much did Game Freak have to do with this? Because this is definitely Dragon Quest Builders. but not gonna lie, I haven't been paying much attention to the different trees on the Dream Islands. I've been trying to because I really want more of the fruit. I want the different berries. I need to know. Okay. Alright, y'all. Do I have enough space for this? I think I do. It is time. We're gonna steal this whole— You wouldn't download a whole house. You wouldn't pirate a house. I thought Game Freak worked on black and white in that one masterpiece. Okay, wait. Do we have everything? I think so. Okay. This might take me a second, y'all. Hold on, I gotta get my mouse controller. Okay. Ugh. I hear one of the legendary birds, but I'm not even gonna look at it. I refuse. I'm focused. I'm locked in. Or Major League Gaming and I can't be distracted right now. Where is it though? There you go. Hello? Hold on, wait. Where's the... Oh wait, did the feather drop nearby? Oh shit, wait, did I lose him? I'm not fucking getting that. I'm sorry, I'm not getting that. Okay. It's back at it. Back at it again. Dude, Ozzy's been just like passed out this whole time. I don't know why he's so sleepy today. Okay. Dude, we're cooking. Fun question, I haven't played the game yet. Can you bring Pokemon with you to these islands? Can you bring Steelix to break houses? So Steelix's bulldoze ability doesn't really break houses like these. It breaks some of the prefab structures. So like the instanced housing, and he can also like relocate. But typically to break stuff, if you want to break it faster, you can eat a meal and it'll upgrade your Rock Smash ability. But my dumbass forgot to eat before I came out, so we're kind of like poverty rock smashing right now. So apologies making you guys sit through this like boring ass. But if you find, so you can find legendary Pokemon on these islands, or like mythical Pokemon. I found my Suicune at one of them. They can walk around with you, but I actually don't know if I can take... Can't you eat berries from those trees? No, it's not. You have to cook a meal. I have to make hamburg steak to power up my rock smash. My hungry ass can never be a rock smash. Yeah. If I brought like a pot and a pan with me and like a fireplace, I don't know, I would need a fire Pokemon to light the fireplace. I'm so happy that we got a full ass house though. Nice. Easy. Easiest game of my life. Love to see it. Okay. I wonder if I can reach. I might have to build like a platform or something. No. I'm really dreaming big with this one. Okay. Let's do... I think I have some sand that I can use. Beach sand. Okay. There we go. Easy. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. This is where it's very Minecraft, yeah. You can also, like the building is quite like Minecraft, too. But I think what makes up for the Minecraft of it all is that there's actual furniture items. Minecraft's getting better about it, but most of the furniture that you get access to is like through mods and shit. Ugh. Sorry, I keep breaking the thing below me. So I have no idea yet. I have Suicune, but I have no idea if like Entei and any of the other legendary dogs are in the game. And I kind of want to upgrade my Rock Smash and come back and explore the underside of the island because I really want to see if I can get another one. You made ramen for dinner? I'm jealous. That sounds good. Also, how long has the stream been going on for? I love Suicune so much. Oh my god, same! Suicune's personality in this game is so funny too. They made, I guess it's kind of like a lady. They made her like a lady. She's like she's a perfect angel baby. 2.5 hours? Okay. In grading hell. Are you a teacher or a TA? Okay. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Keep breaking the thing. TA. Oh. I'm so sorry, you got this though. Okay. Slowly but surely, we're getting it. We're downloading a house, y'all. We're really doing it. Okay. You wouldn't download a house. All right, I think, did we do it? Okay. We got a whole ass house, y'all. In this economy? Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can't find any like little hints that there might be an underside to this island. It's kind of hard to tell. So there's usually when you come to a dream island, there are 2 caves. And sometimes the caves will have like there's some bricks that you can't break without your powered up punch. But then sometimes there'll be like a little secret, like you could keep digging. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to tell. I remember, I think the Suicune one that I found, I don't know. I might have to come back. We might have to come back. I remember it felt huge when I found it though. Like it opened up into quite a big area. I don't know. I really want Raikou though. AM on the 8th, Area 1. 2 PM on the 9th, Area 2. 9 AM on the 10th, Area 3. Goes compartment in Area 2. What does this mean? What does this mean? Secret codes? A puzzle? Oops. Oops. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm hungry. What are y'all's favorite Pokemon? Ugh, I have so many. It is... I'm one of those people that can't really decide. Jolteon, Umbreon. I have like a really, really, really big soft spot for Dedenne. I don't know why. Let's see. I kind of feel like sometimes I develop an attachment for certain Pokemon based on like the game that I'm playing. Because like obviously sometimes your fave just isn't in the game that you're playing. But I really... Oh. This is where I was, right? Sorry, I'm gonna walk around in circles for a little bit. Yeah, this is where I was. No? Hmm. Wally got me as a kid. He was me for real. Decidueye, Lunala, Hisuian, Typhlosion, and Tyranitar. Basic as fuck, but I love Cuba. No, that's not basic. I do love Ditto. There was a period in my early 20s where Ditto kind of felt like my favorite Pokemon because I couldn't decide on what my favorite Pokemon was. So I was like kind of jokingly, was kind of like, well, I could just pick Ditto because then Ditto is everybody. And I think that still rings true a little bit. But I think, you know, over the years as I've played more Pokemon games, I also have those Pokemon that just like have gotten me through the title. I have a huge soft spot for Mudsdale. Or is it? It's Mudsdale. Yeah, Mudsdale. I have a soft spot for Heracross. I have like a mini Heracross toy, like one of the Japanese, like kind of hollow plastic Pokemon toys. I have one of those in my purse. He's always with me. He gives me strength. I love Clefairy and Clefable because of there was like the old Pokemon Red manga that was out in the 90s. I forget what it's called, Pokemon Tales or something? Pokemon something? But there is the Mount Moon Clefairy manga, or like comic. It was kind of like a comic, it was short. It was like one of the thin, like penny or dollar comics that you could get. And there's the whole like ritual regarding Mount Moon that the scientist is researching, and he's just kind of observing the Clefairy, and it was so cool. I loved that issue made me want to be like a Pokemon researcher, kind of. It was just cool that the character was kind of like living among the Clefairies and he wasn't trying to catch them or anything. He was just kind of learning about their weird dance. I thought that was cool. Okay, nothing else. I think we are really gonna have to go back and level up our Rock Smash. I don't see any, because I heard Suicune too. You could kind of hear the Pokemon crying. But might as well. Pokemon Snap really solidified my favorite Pokemon. That's so valid. Most of my favorite Pokemon come from Sapphire, which is the first Pokemon game I played. Yes. I mean, I started with Gen 1, but I'd say the soft spots for games that I have. I know Ruby and Sapphire are a lot of people's favorite, but I got back into the series on Diamond and Pearl, and I had to go back and play Ruby and Sapphire later. But Diamond and Pearl I have a soft spot for. Because there was a period when I was a kid where I was like too cool for Pokemon. Like I was like, oh, I've grown out of this. But Diamond and Pearl is when I got back into the series. I think when I was like in high school. I think it was middle school that I was really like, I'm too cool for Pokemon. I'm not a little kid anymore. That was a fucking lie. That was a fucking lie. Okay, wait. I would like to get these. Okay. Okay. That was me as well. I went from Emerald to Sword and Shield. Yeah, exactly. There's a period sometimes where you like to think you're too cool, but you still are that little kid that, you know, saw an Umbreon one time. Deep in your heart. These sand houses are really cool. I kind of want to make one. I need to get another orange hut, but I think I've been getting I also have the concert stage kit too that I could make. That would be really cute. Yes, please. Oh my god, thank god. We can finally make the roofs. Jeez. Palkia influenced my brain towards fleshy, oddly shaped creatures. Oh no. Heart Gold and Soul Silver were so much fun. They kind of felt like the Dark Souls 2 of the Pokemon series. I know, and I've been waiting for that feeling to come back. I've been waiting for that feeling to come back. I really like that they're sticking with all these different cultural beats, but there was just something... make Pokemon scary again. I don't know. Okay. We have hella sea glass. Need more. I think we have everything to actually rebuild the Pokemon Center. Let me go grab our materials real quick. I don't know where I put all my bricks. They're probably back on the other map. That's okay. Oh wait. No, they're in my inventory. I've got 20. Okay. We can do this. Iron ore. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to like be giving Trubbish garbage. Okay. I forgot that I have Trubbish and he can turn garbage into iron. Okay. We need Torchic for the squishy clay. Come here, Mr. Baby. Look at this. Oh shit, I don't have squishy clay in my inventory. Wait, can he... Oh. There's so much in this game. It's so overwhelming. I don't even know. Alright. Oh wait, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want one? I didn't mean to disappoint you like that, I'm sorry. Okay. Best little trash boy. I don't know what it is. I used to think Trubbish was such a dog shit Pokemon design, but I've like really grown fond of it over the years. Like it's really grown on me. I really like Trubbish. I'm a big Trubbish fan. Love that boy. Hey Kyle. Alright, we could probably build our house. We could probably build our house. Okay, how many... So it's... Hold on, I gotta see. One... So it's 3... Where's my brick? And then 1, 2, 3, and then brick. You wouldn't download a house. Except I would. We just have to make the stairs. We're cooking. Oh my god. Oh wait. No, I need to move that over. Hey, Bree! Woohoo! Y'all are still streaming. Yes! Just for a little bit. I should probably stop soon, but this game is too addicting. We stole an entire house and now I'm rebuilding it. I would keep downloading houses regardless of the consequences. Same. I gotta make houses for my boys, okay? Okay. We're building a little neighborhood right now. Okay. I think it's 3 tall. I love how Mareep is just like in the window. Girl, what are you doing? Hold on, let me open up the windows for you. We're just kind of stuck. There. Oh, the spinner rack's in the window too. I should make like a hold up. I should make a balcony, because they just keep going out the windows. Like their doors. They just keep flying out those windows. There we go. Can I make... Oh, I should get... my ADHD is showing. Okay, wait. I need to go get lumber. Or I could just craft here. Let's do... stairs. I have so many ideas right now. Okay. Do do do. Oh my god. So cute, so cute. This game is ruining my life. Are you guys seeing this? There. And then if I do little stairs. There. Easy. Okay. Alright, see us, Lynn. The sounds are very good, yeah. It took him a few tries. He was really trying to get out of there. I need stone staircase. Okay, there we go. Oh, I can also fix Meowth's store finally that I got that roof. That roofing design. Okay. What was the flooring that I... Oh, here we go. Oh, I think I made this house too short. Oops. Alright. Why do they yearn for the windows? I don't know. I don't know. You have a Samus roll. Yeah, it is the Samus roll. I definitely like played way too much Majora's Mask, so in my brain it's the Goron roll, but you're so right, it is Samus. You're absolutely correct. Alright, Among Us. Have a good one. Thank you guys for all chilling while I like play my baby game. Sometimes I just need a brain rot. Sometimes I need to just like steal an entire house for my boys. I would steal you guys a house too, don't worry. Don't worry, chat. Okay. We're not doing glass windows. I actually stole the glass windows from... So the original houses around here have these kinds of windows. I actually changed them for the wooden ones so that way the Pokemon can open and close them if they want. But apparently they also just like to use them like doors, so that's fun. Oh wait, can I make like a little shared walkway? Hold up. Oh wait. Okay. I think I heard Lugia or Ho-Oh. Yeah, there's Lugia again. I need to make the beams to connect this to the ground. But I feel like that's very cute. I love having these cozy streams back. Yes, thank you. He's gonna drop his feather in the water and I'm gonna scream. Here we go. Okay, let's see where it goes. Oh yeah. Ooh. It looks like are these houses shorter? Or is it just this singular one? I think it's just this singular one. I might need to edit this house and make it bigger. Who's homeless? I think is Azurill, this little guy. Is this Azurill? Yeah. Azurill is homeless. I think this bug. Yeah, Grubbin and Azurill both just like live in the grass. So I'm gonna I might put them in the house, I don't know. Okay. Maybe I'll put like a planter. I picked up those planters, right? Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's good they share a balcony. Azurill and Mareep are friends. Yeah. Okay, I'll make Azurill live in this one then. That way they can wave at each other. Yeah. The music is so nice. I'm a very big fan. Okay. Hold up, wait, I can do mouse mode. Let me do mouse mode. I need corner pieces. Okay. Let me go make some really quick. Wait, if it's... I wonder if it's gonna be brick. Let me go check in on Torchic really quick. Azurill isn't water yet. Oh! Is it just fairy when it's a baby? What is it when it's a baby? Who's heavier? Oh! I feel like that's difficult. Oh man! That was a tricky one. Normally it'll be like, who's heavier, Torchic or Steelix? It's like normally very easy. That one was tricky. Ooh, this one is a fireplace that I can make. My utility poles too. I should make a few of these because I need to connect to the town. Oh no, we're playing Death Stranding again. It's the same game. Alright. I just need one. What's happier, 1 kilogram of Torchic or a kilogram of Steelix? Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I had it right. I had it right. Alright, I should make some of those funky windows. And a door. I got 2 green doors, but I don't know how I feel about that. Because most of these doors are wood. Oh no, that one has green doors. Okay. I guess we'll do the green doors for this side of the street then. Alright. I'll make this one kind of traditional. Kind of boring. Do I have any toys? That aren't the fishing rod, because I need that. Punching bag. Ooh. Here we go. But okay, mouse controls, please. Oops, I didn't mean to talk to you, ma'am. Alright. So it goes normal. And then it goes the special little window that I made. Where's the little window? There we go. Little window. And 2 normal ones. I'm learning how to roof. Okay. Oh no, I fell. I need to figure out... Oh, there's where the utility pole goes. Okay, wait, hold up, hold up. Where do you connect to? I actually have no clue. I have no clue where the other... Oh, here? Here? Wow. I don't know. I'm not quite certain what... I don't know jack shit about electrical grids, y'all. I'm sorry. Your Shadow of the Erd streams really helped me during unemployment, bouts of COVID. I'm so happy to see you back. Hey, thank you so much. Also, yes, I'm alive. I'm alive. Thank you, Alexander. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Garfield. That is the worst. Okay. Oh no, that doesn't look... How did I do this? Oh, wait. Oh, I see, I see. Oops. Hold up, hold up. I see where I went horribly wrong. Okay. Okay. Yippee! We did it. Hello?
Streaming?
You can come in.
I'm not wearing them.
Oh!
I mean, I am, but stream appropriate pants.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I'm just wearing my underwear.
Oh,
I'm just walking around. I'm Winnie the Pooh,
you're Winnie the Pooh today?
but with underwear. That's a bad analogy. But she's winking at me. Never mind. I'm just gonna see if I can
Oh, wait. Do you want to play Resident Evil or do something?
Yeah. Hungry.
You hungry? What do you want?
Yeah.
A burger?
Yeah.
Don't close the door.
I'm not.
Let Ozzy out.
I won't.
He wants to come out. He wants
What's he doing?
He wants to say hi. He slept the entire time, which is insane. He's a sleepy, sleepy boy. You're a really good bad boy. I might hop up soon, so that way I can come hang out with you.
Don't stress.
He's not wearing pants. Yeah, Lee yearns for the Resident Evil in the food. It's true. Legendary Lee spawn. Okay, let's finish up this house and then I will go hang out with Lee and we will play Resident Evil. We're on the second part with Leon, like the big Raccoon City part. And we just got past the gas station chainsaw fight, for those of you that know what I'm talking about. Oh no, I fell. Okay. Oh, please let me do this. Okay. Yes, yes. Looking good. Looking great. Okay. Mareep, I need your help to make this house lit up. Here we go. I love Mareep so much. Okay. Light this shit up. Okay. Alright, Azuriel. Come to me. I'll also get Meryl too. Fuck it. Follow me. Let's get Meryl. Because Meryl's just like also homeless. Meryl lives underneath the bridge. This is Meryl's house right here. Can y'all live in here? I think that they're gonna want the I have a humidifier in my pocket, actually. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's do this. Let's put the humidifier. I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna put this here, and then the humidifier. Ooh. Stop! I want to turn this bad boy on. There we go. Ooh, fancy! Oh, food? Damn. Okay, wait, hold on. Humid, ooh! Can you let me out? Let me out of your house. Whoa, universal housing! Yeah, it's my first playthrough. Must Die No Pants exclusive. I feel so bad. Lee had to cancel his shows for this weekend, which is why he's here in his like depressive Winnie the Pooh state. And I feel so bad. But it snowed. It snowed in Seattle and our airports didn't know what to do about it. And then Air Canada like wasn't. They just have like a automated call service, as most things do nowadays, which sucks. And when you call it, they're just like, there's too many people. There's too many people on the line. Bye. And then it hangs up on you. Like, there's too many people calling. Goodbye. And it's like, alright. Okay, I guess. Washington getting slapped by snow right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Also by church. I was reading that a lot of people were stuck on the tarmac for hours. Yeah, it was crazy. Coldest winter in 10 years all over the country. Yeah. Y'all, we have enough supplies that I think I could build like another few houses. I just want to make... Oh, that might destroy the sewage system. Not me destroying the infrastructure for aesthetics. Please, I really just want to make my Pokemon have cute housing. I don't want it to be like... I don't want it to be, you universal housing that looks like dog shit. I want it to be very aesthetically pleasing and comfortable to live in for all my guys. Although, to be fair, the Rocky Ridges map, those people live in squalor. I did not give a fuck. I'm so sorry to those people that live over there. I need to fix their whole shit. They have one massive, like, party plaza, and then all of their housing is dog shit over there. How much in taxes is Meryl paying? Okay. Trevor's getting hit by the door. Oh no. They got the Great Landlord special too, I know. I feel bad. I need to go back and really, like, fix their fucking shit. I can't believe I did that to them. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you could put these on, non-grass. That's a game changer. That's good to know. I mean, what do you guys think? Should I think I can put something else. I could put, like, another decoration on that little ledge, right? Does that look better? And then maybe I can put, like, like, I don't know. I need to find something better to put there. My goal is to finish the story first and then go back and make everyone's place look nice. I planted my ditto flag on one of those ledges by accident, and that's how I learned you can put stuff there. Nice. A lamppost maybe? Yeah, I can put the lampposts. Don't tell me it's average. What the hell? Okay, wait. Decoration, cute stuff. What does a cute decoration look like? Maybe one of these berries? Should I do a wreath? I love it when you put your whole ass into making a house for these Pokemon and they're just like, I fucking hate it. I usually do nothing in these games until I'm stocked up on cool furniture. Oh, that's... I know that that's like the optimal way, but I can't... I can't help it. I can't help it. Okay, I guess that's not cute enough. Oh, wait. Was that it? Okay, cool. Amazing. I was about to like I was about to break the whole house down. He was living on the streets, by the way. All right. I need Meryl or Marie. No, not Marie. Wait, why is... Wait, Flaffy. Oh. Oh, Flaffy's like technically in a different habitat even though they all live in the same house. Right. Can you light this shit up? It's dark as hell. I can't see shit. I moved one of the lamps, this lamp down here, to make a a biome, like a habitat. But I kind of want to move it back up. Hold on, wait, let me see if there's any more Pokemon. I almost said Digimon. Let me see if there's any more Pokemon that I can get from this habitat. Because if I've exhausted... If I could get Azumarill, that would be fantastic. But if I've exhausted this habitat, then I don't know. Oh, yeah. We can still get somebody. We can still get somebody from here. Okay. It's worth keeping then. Is Electabuzz Oscar the Grouching It? Yeah, this is his house. Listen, don't judge. Him and Magneton are neighbors, and they live in this trash heap. Why is Electabuzz dumpster maxing? Because that's how you find them. You have to stack a bunch of trash cans together, and then they move in. I'll make them houses. They'll live in these units when I build them. Raccoon maxing. Trubbish would never. Yeah, Trubbish has like a fucking co-op. Like Trubbish has like a little trash can over here, but he has a fucking like refurbishment company. Hold on, what do we have going on over here? Oh shit, wait, yeah, we can make the Pokemon Center. Ooh, oops. Okay, we're not gonna build Trubbish's house yet, we're gonna build the Pokemon Center. Okay, okay, okay. Now we need 8 boys. I need 8. Oh wait, do I, what roles do I need though? Oops. So I need bulldoze, build, and water. So, Maki. Okay. Oh, there's Meryl. Oh, sure, you can come. And then I think my Farfetch'd might have build. I think. Maybe. Oh. Okay. Does this game follow IRL time like Animal Crossing? It does, but this particular stage is extremely dark. That's part of the lore of this area. Okay. And when you ask your guys to build, it will say, dude, is Farfetch just like chatting up Gloom? What's happening? He's like, I'm busy, I can't help you. Boy, yes you can. I get it, Gloom is beautiful, but like, please, we need help. Poor Torchic has been like screaming at me this whole time too. Okay. But so certain Pokemon appear at nighttime, I believe. Actually, no. The Venonat I think you can get during the day, but you just need to have bright light. But these things, so when you have your Pokemon like reconstruct something, like the Pokemon Center they're working on right now, that takes a full calendar day. So yeah. This is Professor Tangrowth. Okay, wait, hold on. I think I have some ancient relics you can look at. Please, please help me. Sandshrews class, awakened class consciousness, yeah. I need to rebuild Meowth's little store that he has going on over here. Maybe that'll be my next thing. But okay, I'm gonna stop playing for now that we got our house that we stole built. I might actually expand this one too to match all the others. This one's really tiny. Yes. Well, thank you all for coming and chilling on this kind of like cozy brain rot stream, even though we got into like some pretty heavy conversation earlier. Oh, Magneton's back. Okay. Alright. Yeah, cozy brain rot and religious history. Yeah. Oh wait, did anybody show up at our spooky study? No, nobody yet. Hopefully they'll be here soon. I want to meet them. I don't know who they are. I have a couple of gravestones too that I could set up to see if we can catch any ghost Pokemon. That would be nice. Okay, I need to stop playing. I need to stop playing, everybody. I need to explore more. I guess I've only ever found one gravestone. I have two. I have two gravestones, but my second one hasn't gotten any Pokemon spawns yet, so whatever. But thank you all for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it. It's been a while, so it feels good to get back into things. And thanks y'all for those who've like resubscribed or donated or hung out. It means a lot. With this being so successful with the Switch 2 stability, like streaming from my Switch 2, we are absolutely going to be playing the shit out of the Duskbloods when it comes out. So feel free to follow for that, so that way we can break down the lore of that while we play. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. It may not be for a while, but I'm very excited. And then we'll come back. I'll probably play something with y'all soon that's more actiony and like more typical for this channel. But we'll occasionally check in on Pokemon, so y'all can see how Vermilion City's changed and where everybody's at. I'm so excited for Duskblood streams. Me too. Me too. I'm very excited. All right, y'all. Have a good